Realm Sunday Slam #2 to take home that $100 prize. If Beasty wins, he can claw his way back into this. He's by no means an inferior player, but he's going to need to play very, very well and not take so many risks this time.
Yeah, I honestly hope that Terius just plays completely standard and safe, doesn't try to just pull off some quick win cheese. I hope he just plays completely standard, plays it safe, plays smart, and just win. And just, I mean, if he wins, he wins.
Yeah, and I don't think Beasty can afford to cheese because honestly, if you lose this game cheesing, like what are you gonna do? You know, it's like you'll thrown away your opportunity in the finals on a cheese that you won't even display your full skill on. Spawning in the top right position, we have the orange faceless Terran. It is Empire.Beasty.
And in the lower left position, taking out the Sky Terran Beasty in Metropolis, we have the red Zerg TeriusPrime.
We have a drone scout going out. Got them drones queued up.
Just wants to make sure there's no shenanigans going on. Figure out where he's at.
It looks like he's going to scout cross first because, well, I mean, the Overlord's going to check close air anyway.
Yep.
And he's going to send a drone down shortly to 15 hatch is what it seems like.
Yep. We should have a drone going anytime soon. There it is.
Yep, and it looks like Beasty is going to be doing a 1-Rax expand. He could drop... Oh, he's going to queue up a second barracks. This very kinky play here. And, you know, it's going to look like a 1-Rax expand. But if Beasty doesn't, I mean... Beasty really can't afford to let that drone stick around too long. That barracks needs to finish. That drone's going to be expecting him to expand, and then that Overlord, the Overlord path will not see the barracks. It will know whether or not he expands very soon. Now Beasty's keeping SSCV on the low ground. He wants his opponent to think, yes, I am going to fast expand, and yes, your drone is harassing me. He may even let the drone kill the SCV for the sole purpose of tricking him into okay, well, now the SCV's weak, he's gonna send a different one out. So he's gonna pull his drone back. He's like, okay, I'll check that he expands at the Overlord. I'm pretty sure he wants to expand. His 2-Rax could prove to be incredibly effective. However, TeriusPrime is doing the same thing he did in the last game. He's getting gas, then pool. He could have fast slings, but he also got the gas before the pool. Yeah. So his pool, I mean, you know, his pool isn't as early as it could be. Do you think he could lose to a triple barrack, a triple bunker play?
I mean, he could. I mean, it's gonna be super hard to defend. As he needs to make sure he doesn't just take a few drones.
There are 3 SCVs on the field.
To make sure he stops this completely. So.
Yeah, I mean, there are 3 SCVs on the field. This Overlord barely clips that Marine running up, so he's like, okay, he might do a little bit of pressure. He might not. Now, if he's going to do this triple bunker, he has to go now. Yep, he's heading there. The 3rd SCV to build the bunker is going to be late. However, if he gets a drone to block that spot, he will not be able to finish the wall in. Terius sees this now. The question is he going to be able to stop it?
He's making quadruple spine.
Yeah, he's making quad spine. He is basically saying, you are not going to beat me with this. Now, there is a good amount of micro you can do. Beasty may pull more SCVs to make sure that he's able to repair this so he doesn't lose it. I would actually love to see Beasty throw down a command center and pull a couple of SCVs, honestly, just to make sure that he can repair these until you know, pretty much repair these forever. I don't think he should try to step up and get the spines. He's not going to be able to kill all of them. There's going to be a Baneling that's on the way already. And I really feel like all he needs to do right now is just try to take out this hatchery. He's going to need to do some stutter-step micro in and out of the bunker if he wants to kill these spines. Now, it is possible, but it's going to be very, very difficult. With these SCVs repairing, he could just snipe the hatchery. He's going to expand behind this, hopefully. Come on, Beasty. He has 300 minerals. He's starting to bank. The SCV will move down. He is going to expand. We have a Baneling nest finishing up soon. He's going to snipe that hatch, and I feel like he should just repair this forever.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think that this was really committed, so I don't think Terius is in too bad of a spot.
I'm so happy Beasty pulled more SCVs. These bunkers are not going to burn down or be taken down by the spies. Actually, barely out DPS is the one in the middle. This is actually a really big mistake. These earlys do not speed. Beasty's just going to salvage, pull back. What do you think the follow-up's going to be? It's got to be a Baneling bust, right?
Yep, I think he's just going to go all in once speed hits. He's just going to go for his timing, bust down the wall, and just go all in from here. So, I mean, why not?
I think the best move he made here, Beasty still has his units up front, right? So he's pretty much like, you know what? You've got to come at me. Like, you've got to do something. You got to earn your dinner here. Queen is able to spread creep. These spines will, you know, they won't lose health. They'll be able to chill, you know, stay alive.
He is going actually triple CC, so he is throwing down another CC.
Yeah. I feel like Beastie should lift up one of the barracks, bring it over, and he should just triple barracks wall off. And he should wall himself in.
That's the best thing to do against this. I mean, after that, it's probably the smartest thing he can do. So he will be lifting it off now. He's just doing the triple barracks wall off. So
I mean, yeah, Terius is still only making lings.
Yeah, he just
he will expand. Metabolic boost is done. He has a Baneling Nest, and here we go. 1 barracks, 2 barracks. He really needs to finish his wall off. He has absolutely nothing at home. He's BC checking.
If he loses these Marines, I mean,
yeah, these Marines are dead.
Yeah,
he
so
needs
I mean,
to finish that wall now. Yes,
he's walling off, but I mean, if he makes Banelings and busts down a half finished barracks, I mean,
yeah, that should work just fine.
Yeah, so
and now the Banelings are on the way.
He is making multiple bunkers, but I think those bunkers are too close. So if he puts the Banelings in the center, any additional ones, he could just blow up both of them at the same time.
I like the spread bunkers.
Yeah, the third bunker is in a great position, though.
I mean, assume that BC survives this. He's on 3 CC.
Yeah.
The Banelings are done. A couple Lings are here. He may be able to bust this. I don't think he's going to be able. I don't think he has enough to kill this. Barrack, oh, so close. Oh, he's going to break it, but there's still, he's not streaming Lings in. There's a couple more coming. Yeah. But BC's actually going to hold this, and he's going to immediately, I think he should immediately build the bunker there. Yep.
Oh,
there we go. Barracks immediately goes back up. And now I think BC's in a great spot. I mean, he's walled off at his top of his natural ramp with another command center. He's got a factory going. He could do Cloak Banshee out of this. His opponent probably start a lair soon. I don't know. Yep, there we go. Lair just immediately begins.
I'm actually curious to see if it would have been better not to kill those Marines, because then BC wouldn't have seen all these Zerglings and immediately threw down the barracks and then all these bunkers.
I feel like he would have gotten the barracks anyway. I'm not sure. Yeah. It might have been a little bit later. He might have been able to kill it with the Banelings, but I'm not sure that would have fixed it. Now he's finally going to kill that.
But I mean, I don't know if he would have put down 3 bunkers immediately or anything like that.
But I mean, like I said, I don't know. I think BC is untouchable right now. I don't see how he could. I mean, he is in the ideal position, right? He has 38 SCVs compared to 30 drones. He has 3 mules. He's basically on 50 workers right now compared to 30. Yeah. Look at the income tab. He's at over double the economy of his opponent on the income tab. Terius not yet saturated at his natural. I mean, can Terius come back? What do you think he could do?
I mean, I think he's going to try to take a ninja base at the rocks here and try to get sneak back into this game. But I mean, honestly, right now, if he just plays super cost efficient, I've seen it done. I mean, I watched games with like Fitzy here. He was on 3 base economy and ended up beating a maxed E.G. the Muslim on 4 base. So, you know, there's always those turn of events. If you play super cost efficient, use Queen Transfuse, just get the best army you can. But the question is, will Beastie let him do that?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure BC cares, really. He's getting, he had Blue Flame coming, Blue Flame researching, it's almost done. He's got double armor, he's just going to go straight into double Thor. And he might just do like a Thor all-in, really. He could just do a 4 Thor all-in like he did the last game. Well, I mean, not really an all-in, but a 4 Thor push once he has 4 Thors and his Blue Flame Hellions, because with the lair just finishing, he's getting his Spire, he's getting a Baneling Nest, because that's really all you can afford. It's difficult to get Festers off of 2 bases. The third just being taken. Beastie's third is already situated. He's starting his turret ring. He can start his mech upgrades, and here we have double Thor on the way. I don't think Beastie could be in a better spot right now. He's up 30 supply, and that's only because he's supply block now. And yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Early on, I think Terius made a mistake. He should have been able to like count the SCVs and see that 1 was missing, because there's only like 11 on the minerals, when there should be more like 12 or 13 by then. So I mean, he could have seen. I mean, if he counted them all, I know some pros that do count them, just to make sure they're not being sneakily 2x'd.
Yeah, I mean, it's something else. Macro hatch about almost halfway done. Like, it's like, yeah, we have a Spire, and he's gonna make Mutalisks, but now Beastie's like, well, come at me, I've got Thors, right? So, yeah. Terius, he was set so far behind. I'm not sure this is the best example. He's gonna run these Hellions, and he's gonna be like, oh, there's nothing actually here. The rocks are busted down. Beastie's not aware of this, but I don't know. I don't think it's not.
I think that's just a drop play here.
But
if they do put like anything on the low ground, he could just run up and kill it.
Well, see, now it's like Beastie has Hellions with Blue Flame. He has Thors. Drop play's not going to work. It's like, okay, these Mutalisks, okay, we're going to catch these Hellions. He's going to get 3 of them away. But I mean, what's the worker count at? Beast at 65 SCVs. He doesn't need to make workers for the rest of this game. He's set. He's done. He's already getting his macro command centers up. And honestly, look at the supply. It's 127 to 83. He's double pumping Thors non-stop.
I'm not a fan of any Hellions play.
Yeah, and I feel like if Beastie went into Marine Tank, then it's like TeriusPrime can come back with a good Bane, right? He could come back with a really, really good snipe on some tanks. But now Beastie's like, no, I have an army that doesn't require micro, and I'm just going to macro so much harder than you after my early pressure that you aren't going to. I will not let you get back in this game.
Yeah,
like, okay, I picked off a turret.
What he could have won with here, I mean, there is Hellion Thor, right? He could have gotten earlier Infestors and skipped the Muta, and just try to play a standard game, and then you get Neural Parasite, Neural all the Thors, and then fungal any Hellions, and then try to get surrounded like Speedlings. I mean, they'll be in cost efficient against the Hellions, but they'll still kill the Hellions when you get full surround.
Yeah.
And then you make the Thors shoot themselves, and then you can make a great hold there. And once you defeat Mech once... Yeah, once you defeat Mech once, though, it takes a while to build another Mech army.
Yeah. And I mean, Terius is going for the fast drops again. He's getting the roaches. He's getting the roach speed. He's going to try to do a little bit of a Ling run by here. He's going to try to snipe these missile turrets. Try to peel them off. And I think Beastie should be able to repair it. He won't lose. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Okay, he won't lose. Sorry, I got excited. Now, I really want Beastie to get some sensor towers, right? Yeah. Oh, I love that creep spread, but he's not going to be able to make him lift that. He just won't be able to build missile turrets, which is also a pretty solid move.
I think he should be saving these Muta for magic boxing.
I think there's too many Thors.
Yeah,
I mean, roach speed isn't done, so Beastie has one chance to retreat before that finishes. Then the Muta's going to attack. Beastie's not that ahead on upgrades. The Hellions aren't going to do that much. I think Beastie picked a bad fight. Sometimes you can move out before you max connect. Beastie shouldn't have done that in this instance, and I think whatever advantage he had is now gone.
Yeah, I mean, he is taking out some drones here in the natural, but I mean, he can pretty much just rebuild that. And if you look,
it's only 9 drones. It's only 9 drones killed.
Yeah.
Beastie's ahead economically, sure. He's ahead on upgrades, sure. But his army is slow, and it builds slow. And Terius is about to do a big roach drop, and now Beastie doesn't have any units. His tanks are all in his main. There's no sensor towers.
And the missile turrets are actually kind of distanced away from the edge.
Yeah, the Hellion should have seen these coming. So he's going to unsiege a tank, he's going to move everything up, and he's going to try to rush towards his main, but...
The drop's already coming.
The drop is coming, like, no matter what he does. And there's so many Overlords, like, you can't kill all of that. The drop's going to hit.
Yeah.
I like the siege positioning. He may be able to minimize the damage, but Beastie's going to need some really good control here. If Terius does this properly, he could do a lot of damage. But I actually think, okay, he actually handled this fairly well, but some roaches still got in the mineral line. He was still able to do a little bit of damage.
He did stop the third here of Beastie with these roach
counterattacks. He makes him lift the third. That was actually a really, really good counterattack, making Beastie pull all of his units into the main and then forcing him out. That's why sometimes you don't get a PF there. Because those roaches, you know, if you have, maybe he might have had enough SCVs to repair it, but you know, you can be very tricky to do that.
Yep. I mean, I don't think having like maybe like a couple medevacs just for like adding some siege on the high ground up there, it wouldn't be bad at all either.
Yeah, and now Beastie's getting that sensitized. Now he's like, okay, now I should probably get sensitized. And I think he's trying to fake him out. Actually, he may be trying to fake him out with the empty Overlords, right? Because he's like, oh, these are here. Are there any more roaches? And now the fake roach push is coming into the third. The tank spread is solid, but there are not a lot of tanks. Not all of them are siege. He's gonna punch in here. He might be able to snipe this command center. If Beastie doesn't pay attention, he will be able to lift it off the time.
I think he's trying to keep pressure on. I mean, I don't know if he's not really playing any cost efficient right now. I think he needs to just keep expanding and just try to do counters.
Oh, that's